Hello, mathematicians. So let's take a look at some of the questions that we're going to be solving today. Here's a little video that should help you figure out a strategy you can use to help you solve your questions today. All right, so we're going to be dividing things into equal groups. Here's the first question that you're going to be asked. It says, share 20 blocks equally. So you're going to be using 20 blocks or counters or beans. You've got to find some little object to help you with this at home. It could be anything. So share 20 blocks equally. How many blocks will each person get in each case? Okay, so if you take those 20 blocks and you share them with 2 people, how many will each of those people get? Or if you share them with 4 people, how many blocks will each person get then? If you have 20 blocks and you're going to share them with 4 people. And if you take the same 20 blocks and you share them with 5 people, how many blocks will each person get? Take a look at another question. The second question you're going to be asked today says, this time you have 24 blocks. You're going to be sharing them equally. How many blocks will everybody get if you're sharing those 24 blocks with 2 people? Or if you share them with 4 people, how many would each of those persons get? And if you shared them with 6 people, okay? And this will be the last question that you're going to be asked today. This time you're going to be given 30 blocks. And how many of those blocks will each person get if you share them with 3 people, or if you share them with 5 people, or if you share them with 6 people? I'm going to pop over to your work and show you what it looks like now. Okay. This is what your work looks like. I'm going to give an example on this page, but this is what you're going to be given. You're actually only doing the first 2 questions today. So if you shared the 20 blocks with 2 people, how many would they get? 4 people, and then 5 people. And then you're going to do the same type of problem, but this time you're given 24 blocks to divide, and you have to divide them among 2 people, 4 people, and 6 people. I'm going to show you a technique I would use. This is my sample page. I'm going to leave this here for you when you're working on your work. It says use blocks or counters to help you solve the questions on the next slide. Now I'm going to use counters right on my screen, but you're going to use counters that you find around your house. You're not going to be trying to do this on the computer because it's really important that you move actual objects so that your brain gets that feeling of division, okay? So you're going to count the blocks and then divide them equally between the number of people listed. So in my example, I have 12 blocks, and I'm sharing those blocks with 2 people. So the first thing I'm going to do is make sure I have 12 of something. In this case, I have 12 red counters all ready to go. And I'm going to start dividing them just like we saw the kids do in the video. I have to divide them between 2 people, so I'm going to put person 1 on this side, and I'm going to put person 2 on this side. Okay, here we go. Person 1, person 2. Person 1, person 2. Person 1, person 2. Person 1, and then person 2. Make it match. Person 1, and then person 2. Okay, so I've taken my 12 blocks and I've divided them between 2 people, and now I need to write how many each of these people will get. Well, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me make sure it's equal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I had 12 blocks and I share them with 2 people, I'm going to write this in now. Each person will get 6. And then I'm all done. So you're going to do the same thing as me, only you're going to do your work on this page over here, and you're going to use counters or blocks that you find at your house to help you solve each one of these questions. Good luck, mathematicians!